lifestyle, and many of you guys remember that I took a trip down to Arizona the end of July, beginning of August last year to meet with a family called Rawrenewal, and they have YouTube videos and they're on Facebook and they have a website as well. They are 100% raw and they have been for a few years, as well as all their children. So I had traveled down there in hopes that their kids would be able to help inspire my kids to eat more raw, and that they would really like the recipes and they would ask, for me to make those recipes and thus eat more raw. But anyways, I was going through some of my video clips and I came across a clip where I'd asked Rigo, his experience with juice fasting and juicing in general, and his opinion on it. And so I thought I would share that clip with you guys today. So hopefully you guys all enjoy it, and I'll see you later. And you guys will see me later. What was the hardest part for you for juicing, to go from, eating more heavier foods to transitioning to juicing to doing a juice fast? Was there one thing that you could say was the hardest part, as for somebody that's coming from a SAD diet that's interested in possibly doing like a juice fast?
Yeah, I would say the hardest part would be the green effect. Obviously with kids and a lot of adults, just drinking green juice was a kind of a turn-off. But once you get past the mental hurdle of drinking green juice, I think the next hardest thing was it going to be a meal replacement? And when I decided not to make it a meal replacement, I think that's when it became easier for me. Because a lot of people feel that they have to replace a meal when they drink a juice. And initially I think that's not what I did. What I did is I just wanted to step in and just add it to my diet. And then after that is when it became easier, because now I knew I was getting things that my body needed, and I continued from there. But I really think the hardest part was just getting over the mental edge of having a meal, and that it didn't need to replace a meal. And as long as I understood that, then I was okay.
You say you did a 21-day green juice fast. What was your diet like prior to the juice fast? Had you already been juicing for a period of time?
I juiced for 2 weeks, one glass a day, while my wife was doing her juice fast completely. And I wanted to test it to see if it was okay if I could drink it, number one, and if I could continue. Also, the next part was, well, actually what it was is I lost weight. That was my biggest motivating factor. During the juice, 1 day of juice, I lost 22 pounds in the 2 weeks. And I didn't change my diet. I was still eating hamburgers, I was still eating fast food, pizzas and different things. And when I seen that it made that much of a difference, now I added water, which obviously helped, but the juice really took it to that next level where I started losing some weight. So I figured I would do a juice fast since I made results, I had results. And during that 21 days I lost another 22 pounds. And after, like I say, day 14 of just only juice, I felt I could continue for as long as I wanted, and I felt great during it. I was, working a physically demanding job, and I felt completely capable of doing everything I needed. So, but yeah, I think that was the biggest thing is seeing the weight loss. And because for me, that was kind of one of my bigger things, was I knew I was overweight, and when I seen the weight come off so easy, that was a motivator, saying, you know what, this works.
Was there anything during the juice fast that made you mentally deter from it, like hunger or the emptiness feeling, not feeling as heavy, anything that?
Yeah, in the very beginning, there's a detoxing. That once you get past that first week, the first 5 days, that's probably your biggest battle. That was my biggest battle, is because there's a lot of cravings that happen during that time. I had physical pain in my shoulder from old injuries that were healing. I didn't realize they were healing at the time, I just knew I had pain, so I'm like, if it's gonna be like this, I wasn't sure, you know, how I wanted to continue or not. But after the fact of that week, and because I couldn't raise my shoulder above my head, so it was only at shoulder level, because I'd injured it at work, and after the 7 days, I started to get full mobility in my arm and my shoulder. So I knew something had happened, and that encouraged me to continue to go forward. So, but during that first week, it's the pain, it's the cravings. But once you get past that, you know, that's the biggest hurdle that you jump.
All right, thank you.